our objectives. Now, what is Constitutional Commission? So, a Constitutional Commission, or CONCOM, is a temporary group of people that a government creates for a very special task, which is to write or draft or change or revise a country's constitution. The Constitution is the highest law of the land, so it lays out how the government should work, what powers each branch of government has, what rights and freedoms people have, how leaders are chosen, and how laws are made and enforced. So when a country needs a new beginning, especially after a crisis or major political change, so an example that is a major political change is the shift from martial law to democracy. A constitutional commission is often created to design a better system of government. Now, why was the 1986 Constitution Commission important in the Philippines? We've been discussing different CONCOM. Now, we will be talking about the 1986 Constitutional Commission. So, as you can see in the picture, we have the answer with revolution and the picture of President Rizal. Okay, so in 1986, the Philippines went through a historical revolution known as the EDSA People Power Revolution. Are you familiar with this? Yes. This peaceful protest ended the dictatorship of President Ferdinand Marcos for how many years? Ruling Marcos.
9 years. 9.
It's 20
years. 21.
Yes, thank you so much. So 21 years. Many of those years are under martial law. So yes. After Marcos was removed, isa yung sunod.
Corazon.
Sige, mama niliin. Si Corazon Aquino. So President Aquino created the 1986 Constitutional Commission made up of 48 members. So, do you think before, many 48 members, were they elected or not? Okay, let's see if your answer is correct. So, 48 members from different backgrounds. So, this includes lawyers, teachers, farmers, workers, and professionals. These people were not elected. They were appointed. So, I know you know the difference between elected and appointed. Okay. Appointed is? Yes. Sige, ikaw. Ikaw ang mag-advise. Ikaw ang mag-advise. Wala sila. But they were appointed to represent what? The voice of the people and make sure the new constitution was fair, democratic, and inclusive. Now, why is the commission important? What did this commission accomplish? So, by the end of the 1986, the commission completed its work and proposed the 1987 Constitution, which, please read everyone,
Restore freedom and civil rights to Filipinos. Clearly separated the powers of executive, legislative, and judiciary branches. Promoted checks and balances to avoid abuse of power. Gave local government units or LGUs more power and autonomy in citizen aid. Promoted citizen participation in governance.
okay, so they restored freedom and civil rights of Filipinos. So, why does this matter today? The 1987 Constitution is still in effect today. That's why we have
1986.
rights of Filipinos?
Equality.
Freedom. Yes, freedom. What else?
Equal rights.
Yes, rights of suffrage. What else?
Women empowerment.
Yes, you should include LGBTQ plus empowerment. No kidding aside. That's why we have this.
19.
Vote
wisely.
Yes, we have the first one.
Vote wisely.
Vote wisely na.
Vote wisely.
Yes,
Right to
vote.
vote.
Right of suffrage. Next.
Freedom. Voice.
Freedom of
Voice.
speech. Thank you. Next.
Respect. Diversity.
How about this one?
Corruption.
Government.
Stop corruption.
That's why we have the right to vote.
Protection.
We keep on talking about the Filipinos' rights of suffrage, but we forgot how sacred our votes are.
Yes.
So let's put this in mind that before
Ang money kay Marta, basta na ko pag-out sa money.
Pero kaya mami-event ka ng, like, ako sila dihatang din, akong dawaton pero dinibutaran.
Useless na nag-operate na siya. Useless ang paghatang yun na kung mag-guard ako pa na anong wala ko na or manang tawar ako sa maglagaan. Okay, kung mag-grow at least mag-lisod ka. Mag-lisod ka.
Kaya sa naman wala ka tagay dito.
Yung karon, wala ko talaga.
Wala ka tagaan.
Okay, that's why we need to be careful on choosing our candidate.
Yes.
They are elected to represent or to work for us, not for us to work for them. And then freedom of speech and press. So during the time of Marcos, he was controlling the media. So whoever opposed or talked negative about him will be burned 6 feet under the ground. And a functioning local government and protection for abuses by those in power. So I want to share this slide. So during my healthy debate inside the classroom, we've talked about rights, we've talked about politics. So ang naama ako kay basta na-search ako at lagyan hatulog, hindi nila ko pamaligtad. So anak sila nga, the laws are meant to protect individuals. So this line makes me up. Not all prisoners are guilty, and not all free men are
the poor can get the right to mga rights nila, like right to may wala ko gabot yung anak. So kay ang ato biya ang people biya more on biya mga anak. So kung makwarta na gali ang hisgutan, misag unsa pa makapugi ka dato.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Rachel. So we hate to take the fact but it's a fact that less fortunate people, or the ones who we call poor, have less power in the society. So that's why, if you will become an educator, you should empower not only to go to school by teaching, get our salary, but also protect everyone as much as possible. So thank you so much. Now, the 1986 Constitutional Commission did not, so the 1986 Constitutional Commission didn't just write a legal document. They revealed the foundation of democracy in the Philippines. So did it just write a legal document? Yes. So at first glance, it might seem like the 1986 Constitutional Commission job was only to write laws or put words in the papers. But they was far more meaningful and impactful than that. They weren't just writing rules, they were shaping the future of the nation. They had to fix the broken system from Marcos time. So this includes a dictator to stay in power for over 2 decades. So ito na nila. Martial law that silenced opposition and controlled the media. Widespread corruption, abuse of power, and fear among citizens. So their task was not about making small laws, it was starting fresh, creating a whole new structure for government that would protect the people and restore trust. Diba mo, magunay democracy? The voice should be on. The voice should be on. Yes. And the decision should be on. Government. Democracy. People. Okay. So they revealed the foundation of democracy. So that's why they revealed the foundation of democracy. A foundation is what everything else is built on. So in these cases, the foundation of democracy means natay free and fair. Yes, free and fair elections, checks and balances, so no one branch of government became too powerful. Human rights and freedoms, that's why we can go and celebrate freedom. We are not under a certain law pala sa una nga na ay panatingin ka pag-awag sa internet, you know that? Curfew. So nga na. Local government empowerment, rule of law or laws apply to everyone, even the leader. So isang mayor ka, if nakurap ka, nasaktan ka, then you will go to jail. Yes, stress ha? Okay. Active citizen participation. So they are encouraging everyone to participate. Okay, so the 1986 Constitutional Commission revealed those by writing a new constitution, which is the 1987. Again, it protected civil liberties, promote transparency and accountability, encourage local autonomy, prevented the return of dictatorship by limiting presidential powers. So they were become a legal and moral backbone of the country's democratic system, a structure where power comes from the people, not from one leader. So imagine a house, so the boarding house ko mo. Yung landlord, harsh kayo. No other people na allowed sulod. Every movement is controlled. Ano na siya? So the 1987 Constitution came in to turn down apart the bad parts and rebuild a house so that everyone had a voice, a space, and a safety. That's what it means to reveal the foundation of democracy. So any questions or clarifications?
service like province, cities, municipalities, and barangays. So, muna siya type sa local government unit. So, number one is province. So, province are largest local governments that coordinate municipalities and component cities. So, province are the largest local government unit in the Philippines. They cover a big area with many municipalities and cities. So, example, the province of Pangasinan include many municipalities and cities like Dagupan City or San Carlos City. So the provincial governments help to coordinate activities, service, and development across the area. So the province is it ensures the service and project where will coordinate across cities and municipalities, promoting overall development and effective governance. So number two is city. So city is can be highlight of organized, independent or component cities with varying degree and ability. So cities, it is a local government units or LGUs that are more organized and have their own governments. So, ang local government unit, it is a city's local governments are more organized and have their own governments. So, these cities are former financially independent from the province. So, like sa Manila, Cebu City, and siya. So, these governments, these cities, each type of cities has different level of autonomy and relationship with the province they belong. So now let's proceed to the municipalities. So ang municipalities serve as a similar government unit in rural areas. So municipalities it is a local government units that are similar than the cities. Similar din siya sa cities ang municipalities. So they provide basic services and to their residents like healthcare, education, public safety. So municipalities are essential in developing essential services and rural or less or urban areas, making sure different have access to what they need. So now let's proceed to the barangay. So ang barangay, it is a smaller political unit closer to the people handling community level issues. So ang barangay, it is our smallest political unit in the Philippines. They are neighborhood or village that make up municipalities or cities. So like for example, the barangay Capitolio is in Pasig City is small community. It owns their barangay captain and councilor. So they handle local issue like community cleanliness or safety and security, basic services for event and activities. So the barangay are a closet of the people, making them essential for addressing everyone concerned and needs of residents. So now let's proceed to the function and power
local legislation or ilahang laws na no smoking in public place, proper waste segregation, or curfew for minors. So this local legislation helps to address specific needs and concern the communities. So now let's proceed to the fiscal autonomy. So ang fiscal autonomy, they collect tax or taxes, manage local budget, and fund development project. So fiscal autonomy, it is a local government units have the power to collect local taxes, properties like this business tax, or they manage their own budget. So this financial independence allows the local government process units to fund projects that address local needs, making them more self-sufficient and effective governance. So now let's proceed to the service delivery. So service delivery, it is local government units provide essential services like healthcare, education, sanitation, and infrastructure. So the local government units create plans to develop their communities. They think about the future and make strategy to improve. Like for example, city might building new road and reduce traffic, or create parks and recreation, or support the businesses and to boost economy. So these services makes plans that fit their communities needs, helping them grow and improve the quality of life for residents. So now let's proceed to the importance of governance. The 1987 Constitution, through Article X, and the local government could promote decentralization, giving a local government's unit more control to given effectively. So, local government units allow citizen participation in governance, encouraging transparency, accountability, and responsiveness. So they make democracy more practical by making governments closer to the people. So the local government units govern in the Philippines, staying responsible and managing local affairs and have some independence to make decisions. So like province, city, municipalities, and barangays are all examples of local government units. They handle local issues like healthcare, infrastructure, or public safety. was a major improvement because it recognized the local leader and communities now best how to solve their own problem, not just official in law. So, um, what does it mean? What does it mean? Decentralization. What does it mean? So, decentralization. It is how power is shared between the national government and local government units. So, like province, cities, municipalities, and barangays. So, what is the importance of decentralization? So, decentralization before the 1987 Constitution, most government power was concentrated in the national government. This means local governments often had to wait for approval or funding from central agency, which caused dialysis, inefficiency, and disconnection from community needs. So, muna siya sa Article 10. So, conclusion. So, please read Margaret's conclusion.
The 1986 Constitutional Commission played a vital role in rebuilding the Philippines' democratic system after years of authoritarian rule. By drafting the 1987 Constitution, it restored civil liberties, promoted checks and balances, and ensured that power would never again be centralized in one ruler. Through Article 10, the Constitution empowered local government units, or LGUs, with autonomy, responsibility, and the ability to respond to the unique needs of their communities. The creation of the Local Government Code of 1999 further strengthened this by providing LGUs with clear powers and responsibilities. Together, the Constitutional Commission and the LGU system established a more inclusive, participatory, and accountable government, one that brings power closer to the people and makes democracy truly work at the grassroots level.
So, ang local government